Om Namha Naranaya. Is God formless, or is God having a form? From the time when the concept of God was initiated, this question has been always bubbling in the mind of any aspirant in the spiritual path. Even today's spiritual practices, religious rituals, even in the path of yoga, the form and formless aspect of the Supreme always plays a vital role in understanding the supreme power. Sages, saints, Godhead person, prophets of different religion has already thrown light on this particular topic, has given an explanation, and all explanation stands to be seen. We need to understand that this universe is made up of energy. The whole cosmos is different frequency of energies. The universal energy, which is majestic, intelligent, all-knowing, and is the cause behind everything, is itself the Supreme. Whatever you see in this universe, which is having a physical form and exists in the physical dimension, living or non-living, is an energy. It is the one energy of this universe which has transformed itself and has manifested as different physical and metaphysical events, objects, and whatsoever we witness. If we look into the most smallest particle of any physical matter, we find it as atom. Breaking down atom, we find electron, proton, and neutron. All of these are energies. So, the basic fundamental form of this universe is energy. Now, whether God is one or many, or it is form or formless, if we ask this question, then I would like to refer to Rig Veda, which says, Ekam sada vipra bahuti vadanti. Existence of one God. Again, the Veda says, Ekameva ditiyam. There is no two. It is only one that exists. I would like to refer to a story that would give us some insight of this understanding. Once a monk went to visit the temple of Lord Jagannath in the holy city of Puri. While inside the temple, doubt came to his mind. He started wondering if God had form or he was formless. As he was a wandering monk, he was carrying a staff in his hand. With his staff, he wanted to touch the image of Lord Jagannath. He put one end of his staff to the left of the image and moved to the right. The staff passed unobstructed through the image, as if it was not there. But when he tried to move the staff from right to left, the image obstructed it. Thus, he realized that God is formless and yet he can have a form. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansadev had mentioned that this infinite supreme energy, the infinite supreme power, can take any form. Who are we to question whether this supreme energy can or cannot take a form? When this supreme energy, that is the one, has manifested itself into so many dimensions of physical existence, be it the planets, be it this earth, be it every living or non-living physical dimensions in this earth, it is from one energy. Whatever we see is just the transformation of one energy into another. The physics already have accepted the fact of God particle. What is it? The smallest particle of this universe is the atom. Again, if you can break down, we have more nanoparticles, of course. But again, it's energy. And everything is constituted of that atomic energy. Be it you, be it me, be it anything that is around us. When we go to that nano level of understanding the energy, neither you exist, neither a particular object exists, neither I exist. Therefore, this is also a Advaita, that everything is one and existing in different physical dimensions. Many are the names of God and infinite are the forms through which the Supreme may be approached. In whatever name and form you worship Him, through that you will realize Him. Over time, over the period of knowledge, revolution, and level of knowledge and country, the Supreme Energy had taken different forms. Again, based on the samaskara of a sadhak or a spiritual person who seeks the Supreme, by the will of this Supreme Energy, it has manifested in different forms to the spiritual aspirant. Thus, different spiritual paths has been created. Thus, different religion has been generated. Thus, different pathway of realizing the Supreme has been generated. And saints and sages, Godhead people, sadhaks, mahatmas, who have walked into their path according to their samaskaras, has realized Him. And therefore they have advocated that path. How does it matter what the path is? But we all reach to the same destination. Now let us look into one important aspect, that is, if God is Sakara or Nirakara, it has a scientific reason behind it. For a sadhak who starts his spiritual journey, at the very beginning it is impossible for him to meditate upon the formless. Thus, the cosmos, the cosmic energy, the ultimate, graced upon and created a form, created a physical dimension which becomes easier for an aspirant to focus upon, to think upon, to worship. When we called that in the Sanatan Shastra, it is called, we have 33 crores of gods and goddesses. I would like to point out, it is not 33 crores. We called 33 koti. Koti here does not refer to crores. Koti here refers to the highest level. In this universe, there are 33 such highest level tattvas, which are various frequencies, different frequencies of the energy, different waves of the energy, which are infinite in nature, which are beyond time and space. And one who attains these tattvas, understand the wisdom behind, is known to be a Brahmagyani. He knows the wisdom of the universe. Thus, when a sadhak, an aspirant, at the beginning level of his or her spiritual journey, the Sakara form of the same Brahmanda assist him towards the journey, towards addition, absorption and assimilation with the cosmic energy at the end, which is known as Advaita, non-duality. Again, because there is Sakara and Nirakara, same way, the spiritual path, the spiritual processes are of two types. One is called the pravitti and one is called the nivitti. Until unless somebody practices pravitti, nivitti cannot come. For a sadhak in one life, maybe the magnitude of pravitti marg may be less. That does not mean that he has not practiced pravitti marg in his previous birth, because body is mortal, the soul is immortal. So what he has practiced in his earlier life may be the pravitti marg, but it has to be equally conducted to unify with the Supreme. So pravitti and nivitti both has to be equally conducted into the spiritual process, in accordance to the sadhak's samaskaras. Therefore, to do a pravitti marg sadhana, a sadhak or an aspirant requires the Sakara form, and when he goes towards the nivitti marg, the sadhak needs to slowly go towards the formless. At the end, when we realize this cosmic energy as the only existence, even we understand that we ourselves is not the five koshas. We ourselves does not have the physical existence. It is just the body which is having the physical existence, which is mortal. But the immortal which is already within us and in this universe from infinite time is the soul. And this soul is also none than the other, this cosmic energy. Now when we talk about the Swarup of God, we have different gods in different temples. We have seen someone may have 4 hands, someone may have 3 heads, and a different shapes with different type of weapons or different types of looks in different dimensions. The reason behind it is, again, it is the tattva of the Brahmanda, the energy of the Brahmanda, in accordance to a samaskara of a sadhana, has taken such kind of a swarup and explained the reason behind such swarup, which we understand today when we go for worshipping a particular deity. We have different customs, rituals, which are very much different from worshipping another deity. Even so many marks, so many pathways has been created which are very much different from one another. All falls under the pravritti category. But in the pathway of yoga, when we come to the yogic path, we are into a meditation where we do not consider the form as a primary object of meditation. Definitely at the initial point we need to, but that is not the ultimate goal. Every meditation at a very advanced stage will definitely merge into the Nirakara, the formless. And when we merge into the formless, we ourselves become the formless. We merge into it and we become one. So, God, the Swarups are human created according to their ways of worshipping and looking into the cosmic energy. The Veda has always advocated that God as the supreme being, and it has never advocated or classified God into different entities. And at a latter part, you will see that the Veda has advocated quite clearly that God realization is self-realization. Because the energy which is the God, which is worshipped as an identity of an ideal of a deity, the same energy is you and me, because our soul is the part of the Param Brahman. So, Brahmane Paramatmane, or the Supreme Brahman, has created Sakaras and Nirakara. At the final stage of formless worship, you will find the God which we understand as Sakara becomes the Nirakara. You, who is a Sakara form, also becomes the Nirakara. And there remains no horizon or boundary. Therefore, you, God, universe are all same. This sameness is already dwelling. It is nothing that we attain or we achieve. It is already dwelling. Only thing is due to our karmic patterns, karmic debris, samaskaras of life after life. Today, out of illusion or Maya, we are unable to identify our true being of existence, which is absolute in form, which is the God we call, which is the supreme energy. So, God or the supreme consciousness is everything which is form, again it is formless. So, let us not ever have this wrong dogmatic conception that God can be only formless or God cannot be formless, or God is form and cannot be formless. Who are we to understand the mystic cosmic energy, the infinite energy, the energy which is beyond time and space? The day we realize it, by the grace of this cosmic energy, we become one with it. We should not ever challenge that it can be only form or formless. It can be anything that you or I, at the physical dimension, at the third dimension of this existence, may not at all able to understand. But we must always keep in our comprehensiveness that the fundamental of all existence, of all physical dimension, and God is the energy. And this energy is also the fundamental existence, the fundamental consciousness that you and I have. Hope you have got some insight on this topic, which is again an endless discussion. But again, we can definitely understand a little towards the approach of Sakara and Nirakara in the pathway of spirituality. Thank you very much. Be in the light of divinity. Om Namah Naranaya.